Here we have near protocol, I believe it is, near USD, and we've been creating some videos on this for the last couple weeks here, saying that hey, this is good price action over here, but very likely does pull back and play out the old LARP lines, of which I think that we're within the midst of this move now. I would be looking for some sort of a bounce somewhere around about 13.75, 13 and 3/4 in this case. Ultimately, this is still one of the better charts in cryptocurrency land, perhaps long term, but I don't suspect that it's going to be immune from the general market's movement. So I would be looking for a pullback first to about 13.75, very likely a bounce there. I would not blindly say that that is going to be like the low, if you will. I do think that it is reasonable to say that things could very easily come lower, somewhere around the 618 Fibonacci retracement, which is about 1280 or so. That's where I would say is kind of like the line in the sand for the boo laws. So as long as it's kind of between 1375 and 1280, I do look at that as still just another higher term time frame, higher low in the making, and very likely does give another try back up towards your $18 to $20 highs. Until that happens though, I am looking for this one to trade sideways and down here. We do see on the daily some bearish divergence drives coming in, a bit of a phantom drive right there, also kicked out of the bullish control zone, plus extremely low BBWP. So this volatility expansion very likely to come with downside pressure. On top of that, short-term timeframes, let's see what we got going on over here. It's just it's just a general breakdown. We see hidden bearish divergence on 4-hour RSI plus 4-hour BBWP ticking up. Probably looking at somewhere around $14 base or so. Probably going to be bounces in between as well. But I would still look at this one as like long-term good, as long as you're above that 1280 pivot. If you do start to lose 1280, at that point, I do think that you're setting up for like a much more prolonged pullback long-term over the next few months, probably somewhere down around below $10 actually, between about 8 and 9 or so. Other than that, we can go check out stochastic momentum just to see if that kind of corroborates that analysis. And yeah, daily remains with heavy downside as long as you're below 1760. Weekly is going to be up as long as above 1040, so it's probably a little bit too new for that. 5 days pivoted at 1185. Short-term timeframes like a 4-hour is freshly turning down below 1543, so you're kind of out there right now. I do expect that you're going to have a short-term bounce probably at around 1450 to 1460 or so before continuation to the downside. So hopefully that was helpful on near, and there you go.